It is such a pleasure to see you all again. Penny, I thought you...
Died? I guess in a manner of speaking, she did. But we were able to recover her core from Amity Arena once it had made its way back to Atlas.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another Rogue Props video. Today we're doing my first anime prop. We're doing Penny's bow from Rwby. So, a little too late for a spoiler warning, but yeah, she comes back in Volume 7. So, that doesn't matter, the show's been out for over a year. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys how to make this bow out of 3D printing, and let's get ready to go. So, I learned recently that you should be sanding your raw 3D prints. Now, I never knew this because of everything I researched. They say to just sand the primer and the Bondo, but I learned through a couple new people that sanding your raw prints gets out more layer lines, but you have to be careful because if you leave your power sander on a specific area for too long, there's a chance that it'll overheat and burn the plastic because since heat generates friction, and friction generates heat, you have the chance of warping your plastic. Alright, so once that's all done, we're going to start with our filler primer. This is the same Rust-Oleum filler and sandable that we've always been using. So we're just going to spray this all over all the parts that need to be sprayed. And then we're going, when that's dry, we're going to check out the results. So as you guys can see, with no Bondo, nothing, just the filler primer and the sanding of the raw prints, our prints are already pretty smooth. On camera, it's hard to see the little imperfections, but there are some imperfections that need to be buffed out with some sandpaper. So we're going to go in with a high grit sandpaper, and we're going to dry sand all of the filler primer with I went with a 400 grit sandpaper. So that's going to make everything nice, flush, and smooth, perfect for the painting. So as I was filming the painting, my camera had died. I'm sorry, but anyways, I just for the paint I used Krylon Neon Pink for the main parts of the bow. As you can see, I used the regular Rust-Oleum Gold for the inner layer, the inner circle, the outer circle, I guess, of the center. And then I used a Rust-Oleum Satin Black for the black piece. And for the little power logo in the center, I used the Krylon Neon Green. Everything except for the black and the gold I got from Michaels, but the black and the gold I got from Lowe's. So it'll be pretty easy to get your hand on that, but for the pink and the green, I recommend going to any hobby shop that'll probably have those colors. So as you can see, we're just gluing everything in place, sticking everything where it's supposed to be, and we'll be pretty much 98% there. So this is the first time that I've had to work with actual ribbon material. Now it was hard to tell because of the show's style if that was supposed to be actual like solid piece of metal or plastic. But the 3D file that I used didn't have it, so I just assumed that it's supposed to be actual ribbon material. And the shapes of the ribbon material in the show is actually pretty hard to emulate properly, so I didn't get it perfect. But later on in the channel's lifespan, I want to go back and redo some of this stuff. So I'll definitely be revisiting Penny's bow at some point, but this is going to be later on in the future. Don't get your hopes up for a redo anytime soon. And so the shapes of the ribbon, like I say, it's actually really difficult to get a hold of. I'm kind of messing up here with the actual shape of the ribbon, but you know, you'll live and you'll learn. That's really the whole point of this channel here, is that you'll learn with me and I learn with you. Alright guys, and that's it. That's simply how you make Penny's bow. It's a pretty simple project. It's pretty small, so as long as you just take your time, sweat the small stuff, and your project will turn out great. Even if you want to use this for a cosplay, you could even just super glue an actual clip to the back of the bow and just clip it to your hair. But I'll see you guys in the next video.